Hello, Hola, Konnichiwa, Salaam, Ciao Namaste. Peace to all. This is Soulology, the science of the soul. And what we're going to talk about for today is about the spiritual experience. And first, let's start off with what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is simply all of us go through life growing to understand the world at a different, if not higher form. You have what you call masters who ascended what being human is, becoming something more of self, of who they truly are. And many of us in this day and age, not millions, but billions of us, have awakened that within ourselves. So, what is it like going through the human experience? Some people may ask themselves that question. One of the first things is you can sometimes feel like you're going crazy. You feel as though everybody is walking one direction and you see things as they are in that direction and you go the opposite. You may try to pull and drag people with you to understand what you're seeing, but many people may not see it. It reminds me of a movie. I don't remember the name exactly, but it's a movie about aliens who dominated over the world. And the only way to see them was one man who had a pair of glasses. What this man had tried to do was one of his friends or someone he knew, he tried to give it to that guy. The guy fought him tooth and nails to not wear those glasses and seeing the world for what it really is. For many of us, it feels like we're going crazy as though people are protecting what truly is going on in the world and in life. And we feel as though we don't know, as though we are going crazy, as though there's no way to change, to shift this, that no one is trying to listen or hear us out. No one is willing to understand what truly is going on. So people think we're crazy. Think that anything we say or do is relevant to what we consider as realistically real world. But what is real world? Who set up that rule? Who set up that ideology? You have to understand people have set ideologies in place over and over again to make rules and regulations to allow you to believe in what you believe in. Are these your rules? Are these your regulations? Ask yourself that question. Now, for many people, including myself, though, many people will go through what I would call the Superman effect. What is this Superman effect? If you ever watched the movie Superman or Man of Steel, he comes off as though he's a god complex instance. Ironically speaking. But what I mean by that is in our ideology of a god complex that look at me, I'm high and mighty and you are all a bunch of ants who know nothing about what's really going on or understanding anything beyond this picture. You can't understand the bigger picture. You're just a bunch of ants walking amongst your system. I used to think this way. But the problem with thinking this way is it's very flawed. Believing that you are high and mighty above everyone else allows the belief system that you are separate from others. You are not high and mighty. Everyone, including you, is high and mighty. We all have the strength, we all have the kindness, the evolution to be our highest sense, not just you. There are no chosen ones. Some of us believe we are chosen because of what we know. We believe that what we know about life, what we know about the world, our universe, science, spirituality, is what makes us better than others, and we're not. You see, even ascended masters did not see themselves as better than others. Many of them knew that others were to surpass them, if not be as good as they are. But many of us fear that ideology, believing and worshiping these masters, instead of realizing we too can be as great and amazing as these masters are. And during all of this, one of our biggest problems is what is known as the Ross theory, or better yet known as the Kubler-Ross theory. Who is Kubler-Ross? Or better yet, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. She was a physicist, a Swiss-American physicist. A Swiss-American psychiatrist. My apologies. Who had created in 1969 a book demonstrating, of course, death and dying. And this is where the Kubler-Ross theory comes into play. What is the theory exactly? Many people might recognize them, might not recognize the name, but you might recognize it as the 5 stages to death, such as the stage of denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. No matter where you put that theory also crosses within spirituality. Why does it cross within spirituality? Because you are allowing the old you of who you were to die and accepting the new you. When you are going through your spiritual journey, sometimes as it's crazy and you're going through everything, you will start to try to deny things. And maybe this isn't really happening. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Because, of course, even in today's society, when we talk about aliens or universal beings, as I call them, when I talk about seeing spiritual phenomenons that people believe are unseen, it's no different from, in an example, I've told people, a woman getting raped or someone being sexually harassed, in a sense, because of the fact that some people believe that they can't believe this is possible, so it must have never happened, so they keep it to themselves. They deny it. We deny these things because we don't believe with our very eyes. We don't observe, of course, with our very eyes what's in front of us. We believe what we want to believe through our own perception instead of what we observe as it is. Observation is key. This is why I constantly tell people, observe everything. Everything that you see around you as it is. Not as you think it is, but as you exactly saw it. Not to demonstrate what you believe or interpret, there we go, what you think it is, but what you saw before your very eye. Seeing things. And, of course, doing the research on what you saw, even if you feel that you couldn't believe this happened. Research it. Find out more about it to understand. There's no reason to fear. That's the thing that comes with denial, is fear. Fear of self. Fear of what truly is in front of you. We are blind, walking in a nightmare, not willing to desire to walk in our dreams. So, are we going to change that is the question. Think about that. Are you? The second one is anger. We get angry. I remember my own experience. I was extremely angry with the world. I had people who were my idols at one point who I loved, and to see the things I saw of these idols, these people I idolized, to see things of the world I saw that I thought I enjoyed, and just to see it in front of me, yes, I was upset and angry and frustrated. It hurt my heart. You will go through not only anger in a sense, you'll probably go through an emotional strain of frustration with the world. You will be crying, you will be upset, you will be in pain because you can't believe what you're seeing and you can't believe what people are doing. It happens. That's why you choose to take care of yourself. First of all, your health, your wealth, your love, yourself. Loving yourself. Taking care of you so you are able to take care of others, to give to others, to love others, to grow around others. Understand, anger is a natural emotion. It is, however, as I've said in one of my videos, the unnatural emotion of rage that can cause havoc to you. Rage has killed people. Rage has destroyed relationships. Rage has destroyed people together. It is unnecessary because of its violent nature on top of that. Anger, however, is a natural emotion because it is allowing you to say no to what you see. When you're going through your spiritual journey, there might be things at that point, even in anger, you say no to now. There are things you can't do, like in my experience, I could not eat the way I was eating anymore. Yes, I love animals, but also for myself, especially. It is not fair of me to allow that to happen. However, you have to take this with a grain of salt because even though animals are living, so are plants. It is how you take care of what you eat around you, what energy you put towards it. Because energy of dead animals can manifest within you, and of course the same can be said for plants. So what you give to that energy will allow it to manifest in you the way you choose. The next one is, hold on just a sec, you guys. It is bargaining. Sometimes we're out there, we are bargaining. Maybe we can do this to do this, in a sense. Maybe if I just don't worry about those things, it'll go away. You may, and that's a good thing to come by. But however, the more you resist, the more something will persist. And instead of bargaining with trying to get rid of something, or maybe this didn't happen, maybe, what if I just relax and realize that none of this is real and I'll do this for this? No. See things for what they are. Don't worry about bargaining about them. See it for what it is. And keep going forward. And depression. Yes, we get into a depression. Sometimes known as depressed. There are two things I would state to people that I've experienced in depression. And I think they're both important to who you are. The first thing is go within. Stay still, go within. The second thing is keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving forward. Keep going to your goal. Keep doing what you need to do. No, it won't be perfect. And you might be thinking, how would you know what depression is and this and that? Because I've been through it. And I've talked about this actually. Keep going forward. I know it's not always easy. I know it might be a task, but you have to be willing to go forward for you. Love you. Be you. Know who you are and don't worry what's going on. So at the end, you can go to stage 5 and accept who you truly are. The self, your truth, your love, your kindness of who you truly are. Now, What does all of this have to do with the soul? What this has to do with the soul is simply this. First of all, there's levels to this shit. Let me make that clear. Second, you are creating an experience, and this is not even a new one, just to be clear. You are creating an experience, creating something new of character, of who you are and your individuality, of who you truly are. Becoming something more, becoming something greater, becoming something that you might consider new, anew. Perhaps it's to be a mom, perhaps it's to be wealthy, perhaps it's to be a wisdom, perhaps it's to be a great master, perhaps it's to ascend beyond a master. Perhaps it's to be love, perhaps it's to be your anger, perhaps it's to be your pride of whoever you are. Whatever it is you are choosing to experience, that is what the soul creates from it. So grow into your highest form of who you are. And remember who you are as the gods, the goddesses, and the creators within. So in conclusion, we all feel a bit crazy at times. And it can sometimes lead to us having a Superman effect, believing we're high and mighty from others, but we're not. We're one and the same. As Kubler-Ross theory says is in her stages, her 5 stages, you'll go through many trials and tribulations. You will go through the stage of denial, anger, bargaining, depression, until you get to the point of acceptance. Acceptance of all that's going on around you and acceptance of the soul. Remember who you are and realize how beautiful, how amazing, how divine, how creative you all are as the gods and goddesses and creators within. So to everybody out there, have a good morning, a great afternoon, and a fantastic evening. To everybody, peace and namaste.